welcome again to Spotlight. Sure you know me by now. I'm Pastor Dan, and we're doing a set of weeks for this month on 1 Corinthians 13 and love. It just sets the standard so high of what love should be like. And I want to talk about these two words. It goes back and forth with these words. Love always. Love is always patient. Love is always kind. Love always perseveres, but it also flips over to the never. Love is never rude. Love is never easily offended. Love is never, always, and never. We teach people in premarital counseling to be careful of these all-inclusive words. They're too big. They're too much. We say, you never call. Well, we don't mean you never. We mean once in a while. You don't call once in a while. Well, tell the truth of what you really mean. You always bring that up. Well, you bring that up once in a while. So usually we would say, be careful. But here the Bible uses these words. Love is always. Love is never. Is it possible? We were 5 weeks in very small quarters sometimes. We're on a boat. Then we're on a tour group. We're in tour groups. So we're in small cars, rental cars. And you got to get in there and you've got to negotiate hundreds of decisions. When are you going to go? Where are you going to sit? Where are you going to stop for food? Where's the restroom? You're going to wait for someone to take pictures. And he knows who he is. We loved him. And it's just fine. It's just absolutely fine. But you have to adjust. And there are times when it's hot. And there's times when things don't work right. And there are times when you don't really want to give in to the consensus of the group. And you'd rather eat something else or eat somewhere else. Can you do 5 weeks? Always patient. Never rude. Never keeping score. Never competing with anybody. Always forgiving. Always. Can you make it 5 weeks? We tried pretty hard to do that. I'm sure we didn't do it completely. And not always from the heart. But they're good people, and we came pretty close to that, just being kind with each other all day, every day. Love is always and never. I've preached a few wedding sermons on this, throwing out the idea, could it be possible when we say, I will love and cherish you forever, could we actually go a whole 50-year marriage? Always patient, always kind, always love and cherish, never rude, never easily offended. Could we do that? Could we go a whole 50 years without ever calling the other person out? Just say, you are safe in this house. You leave the towels on the floor, they're going to stay there. I'll pick them up. And maybe that'll shame you into picking them up. But I'm not going to call you out. I'm not going to slam the doors. I'm not going to go into pouting. I am just going to live with it. Well, Pastor Dan, people will take advantage of you. They'll never change. What do you think? What does it mean to always be patient? Love keeps no record of wrongs. What does that mean? Always and never. Could we go a whole life? My son coaches sports. Can you coach a team without having to yell at them? I read an article today about the number one coach in the country in college and how he yells at grown men who disappoint him in under the coaching, assistant coaching. These are grown men who are very professional, who are making millions of dollars now. And their boss was yelling at them. Do we have to? Is it possible to be always and never kind of people? That we would just say, this is who I am, this is who I choose to be. By the power of Jesus in my life, I'm going to be an always and never. I'm going to always be patient, always kind. It doesn't matter if it's hot. It doesn't matter if I'm hungry. It doesn't matter what you say to me. It doesn't matter what you have done that might provoke me otherwise. I'm going to be an always or a never kind of person. It's such a high standard. But think what that would be like to be around always and never kind of people, to be married to one. What if you had your parents were just always and never kind of people? They're just always kind. If you mess up, they'll find a very gentle way maybe to say, honey, but they're really not calling you out. What would it be like to be in church or in church board or in a school committee and you're just with always and never kinds of people? They're always kind. They're always good. I'd like to challenge you with that today. These great, great phrases, 15 phrases, most of them are always or never. And it wouldn't be in the Bible if it wasn't possible that Jesus can come into our life, because Jesus is an always and a never. Never broke the code one time. Not one time. Even when they're making him carry the cross and nailing him, he's still praying forgiveness on everybody. It's just who he is. Never deviated off 1 Corinthians 13 a single time. And he can give us that same power. And we can be like Jesus. Why not? Let's try. God bless you. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.